This news update brought to you by Neil Helton, State Farm Insurance.
Looking for auto insurance that fits your budget? At Neil Helton State Farm, the rates for auto insurance is falling. And for 26 years, Neil and his licensed team, Brittany, Crystal, and Wendy, have been here for you. No gimmicks, just real people you can talk to. Backed by a 100-year company, State Farm. Neil Helton is proud to support local athletics and our community. Call 931-473-1539 for auto coverage you can depend on. Visit them at 807 North Chancery Street or go to neilhelton.com. Neil Helton State Farm.
In the Main Street Journal news, a civil lawsuit has been filed in Warren County Circuit Court over a 2025 crash involving a Durham School Services bus that left a McMinnville man with permanent, life-altering injuries. The complaint was filed Friday, January 17th in the 31st Judicial District Circuit Court by Lisa Hillis, individually and as conservator for her husband, Michael Hillis. The suit names bus driver Andrew Gross and Durham School Services as defendants and demands a jury trial. The plaintiffs seek a total of $20 million in compensatory and punitive damages. The lawsuit stems from an August 29, 2025 collision at US 70S and Bethany Road. Court filings allege the bus failed to properly yield while crossing the highway, striking Hillis's truck and causing it to roll multiple times. Hillis was ejected and airlifted with severe injuries. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
This weather is brought to you by Southern Blue.
Looking for the perfect place to call home? Discover Southern Blue, where modern living meets timeless charm. Walk your furry friend in our private dog park, stay active in the fitness room, and enjoy a walkable lifestyle in the heart of downtown McMinnville. Unwind on the patio with friends at Barren Fork Brews right on site. Call 931-507-2583 today. Southern Blue, lofts and townhomes for lease to start your new chapter in style.
I'm Fox 17 Code Red meteorologist Greg Bobus. Our forecast is going to be a pretty nice day here on your Thursday. This is the calm ahead of the winter storm that's moving in for this upcoming weekend. You're waking up to a little morning fog in a few spots and temperatures in the 30s. We'll push for the mid to upper 40s later this afternoon. It'll be partly cloudy. Tomorrow's when things begin to change. After sunset, a rain, sleet, snow mix moves in and continues on and off through Sunday.
It's time for Simmons Says, the show that brings Warren County the latest news and stories from around the community. Hosted by Jeff Simmons, this program dives into everything from local events to major headlines. Stay tuned and stay informed.
Hello, welcome to the Simmons Says show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am your host, Jeff Simmons. Hope everybody's having a great time out there. And, having a great time with that intro music too. Staying tuned and stay informed, it says, and stay entertained because we have Connor here today. Producer Connor, what's going on, man?
Not much. Kind of tired.
Where can everybody hear this? AM 960?
AM 960, 97.7 FM. Mm-hmm. The Facebook on WBMC 97.7.
Yep.
YouTube at Main Street Media McMinnville.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be it.
The WBMC app.
Oh, and the WBMC app.
Forgot about that one. I almost had you. Thought you were going to have them all.
I don't care.
Speaking of the app and everything like that, we're going
pirate it.
Make sure that we get that audio from the Sports Authority. Put somewhere so I can put it on Apple and Spotify.
You want the backlog of all the episodes that?
Nah, I'm good.
I'll send you 80 gigs worth of.
The guys keep bringing that up, and I appreciate it, and I'm glad. I mean, if there are people out there, even if maybe it is just one of those things that if even one person wants their music or wants their show to get them to them in podcast form, then we should try to deliver it. It's just the fact
I will sell it to them for $1.
You want to start You want to start the Patreon?
We'll start the Patreon.
Sports Authority.
$1.
$1. That wouldn't be bad. Yeah. I mean, heck, it'd make more money than it loses us trying to host it on there on its own.
We'll get a band camp.
We can think about that. Hey, folks, just to let you know, we'll have Chris Cope in here on the after the first break to talk a little bit about the border battle coming up between Warren County and Coffee County next Friday, January the 30th. Also, if you want Harlem Globetrotters 5-pack, Call in, 473-9383. We had those for the Sports Authority last night. I don't think anybody ever won the tickets when it came down to it.
Nobody called in.
Nobody called in to win. And we asked a very simple question. We'll ask the same question on here. Call in and tell us who's the best host of this show. And considering there's only one host of this show, there's only one right answer to be given here. So call in and let us know on that. But we'll have Chris Cope on here. We're going to talk the border battle. That's on January the 30th. That Harlem Globetrotters game is January the 31st. It's in Nashville. 100-year tour for the Harlem Globetrotters. You can go up there, take you and 4 of your friends, go up there, have a great time in Nashville. We'll get the tickets to you here from WBMC 97.7 FM. Also, to let you know, we'll be back with Father and Son Friday on Friday. On Friday, tomorrow. On that, just doing a little house cleaning, just letting everybody know about it, what's going on here, and then next week we'll just see where the rain, snow, and sleet takes us, and freezing rain and whatever.
Hopefully at home, with for me, not for you.
Yeah,
but
the weather forecast has just been,
how
it's unreal how it went from 20 inches of snow 2 days ago to it's going to rain all day Sunday.
You know how all those dum-dums went out and got milk?
Yeah.
You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I went to the liquor store.
Attaboy.
I got what I really needed.
Everybody stocks up in different ways, man. Everybody handles it in different ways.
Whiskey and Winston's, bud.
There you go.
You gotta have.
If you were ready till like next Wednesday. Yeah. At that point, you were WWW. Yeah. Whiskey, Winston's, see you on Wednesday. All right, folks. Well, hey, it is Thursday. That means that we got to hit our theme music.
I took her out. It was a Friday night.
All right, let you know a little bit about our Thursday segment, which is sponsored by Silver Scissors and Tina Foster. If you want to get a hold of Tina Foster, and I probably need to myself, you can leave her a message at 212-6071. Call and leave a message. She'll get back to you. She can take care of you out there on South Chancery Street. Does a great job. She is absolutely one of the best when it comes to haircuts. She can do beard trimming. She can do about anything that you could possibly ask for. She's done it because she's been in the game for a while out there at Silver Scissors. She's doing a great job. So, hey, again, too, if you want to contact her, 212-6071. Call, leave a message. She'll get back with you. And, again, too, Tina, appreciate all your support of the Simmons Says program. Been with us for a long time, man.
Yeah.
A long time, and we appreciate that. Again, too, this segment is Am I Too Old To? We've kind of went back and forth on what do we want to do, What's My Age Again, because I like the song, or Am I Too Old To? Well, this week Am I Too Old To? Am I Too Old To? Goodness gracious. Got it for me? Yeah.
Today, Junior?
I had it queued up. I was waiting.
You knew. Spit it out. Am I too old to? Because I thought about it as I was asking K-Ron the question on Monday about church league basketball and asking him if he was going to participate. And I know we've already kind of hit this topic before, but I started thinking about it again on Sunday night, and then when I saw K-Ron on Monday, because on Sunday night over at the gym, one of our kids wanted to go shoot, so I went and opened the gym for her. And before I could even get there, she was already in there because there was a church league basketball team getting their practice in. And I was sitting there, saw all the guys, and they were tired. You could tell, some older gentlemen. Not all, I mean, older in the sense that they're not in high school.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still a lot of them that were a lot younger than me.
And landing on your knees hurts a little bit.
Yeah. And then when I asked K-Ron about his participation in it, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, could I do it? Could this year? Could I go out there and play? Or am I too old to ever play
if you Tom Segura yourself?
That's what I'm sitting there thinking.
A, it would go viral.
Yes. Yeah, it would.
B, once I finish laughing,
yeah,
I will ask if you're okay.
I just sit there and thinking about it, and I think now the reason why I would more so even the injury thing is a concern.
Yeah.
I'd be terrified that I was going to get hurt. And that's actually one of the reasons why I stopped playing the last time that I played in an adult basketball league was because, one, Adam Wood was on my basketball team, and he dislocated his ankle.
Ooh.
Because the referees were terrible and letting the game get way too physical. And Adam went up to go for a layup, and a guy just undercut him and took his legs out. And when he hit the ground, he dislocated his ankle. And I was like, I don't want to be on crutches for 6 weeks trying to do a job because the refs over here can't protect us from ourselves because we're all grown men and we're lazy and hot-headed, and we're going to foul people. And we're either going to foul them because we're mad or we're going to foul them because we can't move like we used to. So we're always constantly out of position.
Yeah.
So the injury thing really makes me think, no, I don't. It's not that I'm too old to. I'm too old to be injured for 6 months.
Yeah. Well, it's like with that too, minor injuries take longer to recover from.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. I mean, it's taken me 96 hours to get over a stomach bug that I feel like 5 years ago, and I've just been like, whatever.
Here's some Pepto and a PBR.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
So like, yeah, I'm cool, whatever. But now I'm like, I can't. I just need to sleep.
Not when you do morning radio.
Yeah, it's tough. And then beyond that, I think because I've started coaching, now that's what I really that I would fear. That I don't want to go play because I don't want to go mess up all the things that I criticize our kids for doing.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, hey, you got to do this. And then they get out there and be like, hey, remember when you told us, hey, you got to run the court, or hey, you got to talk on defense, or hey, you got to rebound or stuff like that? They were like, I don't see you doing it very much.
Hey, that's why they say that about teachers. Those who can't teach.
Yeah. Those who can't do, teach.
Yeah.
Those who can't do, coach.
Yeah. Think about Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Like,
think he's out there. You think he's out there playing safety, breaking on the ball?
No.
Absolutely not.
That would be hilarious.
That would be pretty funny.
If he actually turned out to be a good football player and he looks like that.
I'm sure back in his day he was a decent football player.
I feel like he was still the coach even in high school.
There's probably I think they asked Saban that one time, like, would you have recruited yourself? He's like, no, I was terrible. But no, that was the reason why I was sitting there thinking, I don't think I would ever be able to play again in those leagues. Not even beyond the fact that my just physically, I don't know if I could handle it. I was like mentally, and then if I ever got hurt, I was just like, I would be absolute toast.
It is funny to think about though, because LeBron is older than you right now, right?
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying you're LeBron.
No,
don't get it twisted.
I understand your point,
but it's crazy to think about, especially now where the age of athletes, Tom Brady, older than you, has been playing.
Phillip Rivers, who they called, who hadn't played in the NFL for 5 years, who was coaching high school football,
is back.
And they called him and were like, hey, our quarterback got hurt. You think you could play a few games for us? And went out there and played like the next week.
It's crazy to think about that athletes can do that.
It's
now.
Unbelievable.
That you've got 45-year-old dudes on the gridiron in the NFL.
Yeah. And I'm over here 39, and I'm like, I couldn't play in a church league.
Yeah. It's crazy to think about the different types of humans there are.
Yeah, I can't. I'm 39 years old. No, there's no way I could run up and down in a church league game for 4 minutes. LeBron's out there playing 30 minutes, scoring 20 points a game at 41. In the NBA, he's like, oh, yeah. Still, now there's still people that are like, I don't know if he's going to retire this year. He's not what he was, but there's like a lot of people that'll be the first to tell you, like, he's still probably one of the 100 best players in the NBA.
I mean, like, if saying he's not what he was, if he went to your church league, he's smashing everybody. Like Shaq, who hasn't played in a while, would still come and smash everybody.
It'd be unbelievable. Anybody that played in the NBA that can still walk would be the best player in church
Larry
league.
Bird just walks through and just throwing threes.
It wouldn't even be a question on that. Yeah. Now that being said, I would sign up for like a stack team, stack a church league team, like the best player, like all the best players in the county, and then I'm just the mascot, the ninth man on the bench.
You know what? I know which basketball you could sign up for.
What's that?
County basketball. Play against the kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Playing. If I was in the semifinals tonight at the Dalt.
Yeah, they try to foul you. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Smack them across the court.
I could do it. Yeah, I could definitely do that. I'd be a star.
Yeah. You're just over there just shooting from half court.
I wouldn't even be that. No, I'd take it all the way in. Like, y'all can't stop
Just
me.
walk it.
Y'all are tiny. All right, we got to get to Chris Cope. But again, thank you to Tina Foster and Silver Scissors on that with their sponsorship of Am I Too Old To? And definitely so. I've decided I am too old to play church league basketball. But if you feel like you're still able to, get with a team. They're going to start playing here in the next month or so. So if you can, get with a team and go out there and show your skills and enjoy it. And please stay safe. Don't get hurt. We'll be back with Chris Cope on the Simmons Show.
Step inside the cafe at Tree City, McMinnville's coziest hidden gem. Once the lobby of the inn at Tree City, it's now a warm, inviting cafe filled with soft couches, low and high-top tables. The perfect spot to sip, relax, or get some work done with free Wi-Fi. Enjoy locally roasted coffee, espresso, and handcrafted drinks that rival any national coffee shop, but with small-town charm you won't find anywhere else. Come see what everyone's talking about. The cafe at Tree City on Sparta Street in McMinnville. Your perfect spot to sip, study, or just stay a while.
Where can you find all of these things? Pinto bean auction, bingo, pet therapy, church services, bus trips, spa manicures, live music, an amazing beautician, and so much more. We're local. NHC Healthcare McMinnville offers all of these opportunities in addition to skilled, compassionate medical care. After all, we are taking care of people. For volunteer opportunities, contact Amanda Sane at 473-8431.
Come on in and see how good it feels. You'll always be treated right when you arrive at Ed Rogers Chevrolet with the new Chevrolet Am vehicles, plus a great selection of quality used vehicles. At Ed Rogers Chevrolet, there's also an outstanding service department, proud to be family-owned for over 50 years. So come on in and see how good it feels. Get that great feeling of saving money today at Ed Rogers Chevrolet in Sparta and at RogersChevy.net.
Enter a world of action, suspense, comedy, and romance at 3-Star Cinema, where the latest stars shine and the perfect movie captivates you. Now showing
David, rated PG. Primate, rated R. 28 years later, The Bone Temple, rated R. Zootopia 2, rated PG. The SpongeBob Movie, rated PG.
Call the 24-hour movie line for showtimes at 473-7600. Experience your hometown movies at 3-Star Cinema.
If your organization has a nonprofit event coming up you'd like for us to announce, please submit it in writing by faxing it to 931-473-4149 or email to production@mainstreetmedia.llc. Please submit information 2 weeks prior to the event.
Hello, welcome back to the Simmons Says Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. Again, I am your host, Jeff Simmons, and we have been joined in studio by Chris Cope. And before we get into the conversation with Chris, which, hey, we're going to have a good conversation because we always have a good time with Chris Cope, member of the school board, and somebody who has been very involved in a lot of the community and in local sports. We want to make sure we thank Douglas and Lanier Agency as well. Your hometown insurance experts specializing in commercial coverage for agriculture, contractors, and workers' comp. They protect businesses big and small. Trust a team that knows hard work. Smart coverage, straight talk. That is Douglas and Lanier. 474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road.
Douglas and Lanier.
I could tell your head was down. I was like, there's no way he's hitting the spot.
Sorry, I was responding to an email.
Understandable. Chris is over here looking at me. I'm just staring you down the entire time that I was reading it, knowing you were not going to hit that spot. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing well. Hey, I'll let you answer. The Am I Too Old To for today was, am I too old to go play in the Church League Basketball League? I say yes. What about you?
Well,
you say
I don't know
you stay in
about
pretty
you,
good shape.
but I am a lot older than you, so I've already turned down an invitation the last 2 years to play church league basketball. So I'm like, I'll just stick to the running part.
Did you say that you were in an alumni game recently? or something?
Dibble for their fall festival, I guess.
How'd that go?
It was fine. Hey, we ended up winning. Our team won. The elected officials won. So I think it was me and Terry Bell, Jackie Matheny, Tommy Colwell, Derek Elrod, and Nate helped us out on our team. So that helped us a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's
I was able to walk
squad.
the next morning, so we're good.
That's the biggest thing on that one. Well, hey, speaking of basketball, one of the reasons why we want to have you on here today is to talk a little bit about next Friday, Warren County versus Coffee County at the Dalt, January the 30th. It's affectionately known as the Border Battle, but it's not just the fact that it's a border battle and it's a rivalry, but we've made this into a big-time fundraiser over the last couple of years. The Dream for Weave Foundation on the Coffee County side, McMinnville Special Games on Warren County side, everybody can donate $1 per point. Just for the people that may not have known why we started doing this, you were there. How did this launch?
I was actually looking back this morning on how this all started, and I think you may have touched on it a little bit, but Josh and Holly Peterson from Coffee County I tell you what, they kind of kicked this thing off with a few words, a few statements, and little T-shirts that they had made a couple of years ago about Warren County and the Coffee County rivalry. It kind of got, as everything is, when you get it on the chatter and you get it on.
It got rolling.
It got rolling, and people got heated, and emotions got flared, and Phyllis Prater took this up, and she's the one that really started this. Mm-hmm. She's the one that got this going. And how it ended up starting is what they decided to do was, hey, we'll take a portion of the proceeds from one day at Prater's Barbecue, and we'll donate it to McMinnville Special Games.
Yep.
And then they, with their Manchester one, they decided to do that to Dream for Weave Foundation.
Yep.
I at the time was when I was running Chris Springs Market, said, hey, I'm going to jump on and do the same. So we set aside a day that 10% of all the sales will go to these. Mm-hmm. And how the point pledge got going on, if I'm not mistaken, Ansley Mulligan kind of got this started with the point pledge, because I think at that time Alex may have been a senior. Mm-hmm. Peter and them at the First National Bank said, hey, we'll do $1 a point. And then me and her were just converging back and forth on spreadsheets and it just kind of just –
it just blew up. Yeah, to give anybody an idea right now that if you were to want to participate in this, you can pledge $1 per point, or you can pledge whatever you want per point to the whichever side or both. It doesn't matter. You can support both Coffee County and Warren County's their fundraisers. And if you put $1 in per point, if Warren County's the girls and boys say combined for 100 points on next Friday, which we hope they do, and hopefully more.
Hopefully more.
On there, you would donate $100 to the McMinnville Special Games. You can get in touch with Chris Coate to do that. If you want to call in right now, 473-9383, we can write your name down, get you on the list to let you know that. But it will be next Friday's games. The total points scored in the Dalt will be how much you will be ultimately donate. And when I think when I saw that over the last 2 years, over $50,000 donated to Dream for Weave and the special games?
Combined over $50,000 between those two great organizations. I think the first year was, and what we decided when I talked to Josh and Holly, and we keep in contact with this throughout the year, and what we decided after the first year was the home game here. Mm-hmm. So then we're going to rotate it each year. So last year it was held at Coffee County. That was the game we used. So this year it's back here at the Dalt. Next year it'll go at Coffee. So
it'll just keep bouncing back and forth.
First year we raised about $22,000 just for McMinnville Special Games. Yeah. Last year was about $12,000. So just alone, we've raised way over $30,000 for McMinnville Special Games, and they are over $20,000 for Dream for Weave Foundation.
That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome too. And again, a lot of it comes down to we gotta have them Pioneers and Lady Pioneers scoring the ball.
That's right.
Because once we get the money pledged for the points, it's just how many they score.
And another thing that and I don't remember who started this, but one of the businesses, one of the local people after that first year, we didn't make it to 100. I think it was like 76.
So it's like
they just said, hey, let's round up to 100. So then everybody just started donating $100.
Yep.
And that's what happened last year, and that's what
Yeah. So I mean, and there's always ways that you can always help out as we go forward on that one. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on the Sports Authority last night. That the comment was something about I always mess it up, but not much good comes out of Warren County except for Praters and Highway 55. on that one. And Sullins made the astute point that apparently Praters likes Warren County a little bit more than Coffee.
Yes, it didn't go over too well there. But again,
I know that there was probably some fighting words
yes,
on that one. But
there was some hard feelings and some
yeah. But hey,
pride. It was
well, Warren County loves itself some Praters.
Absolutely,
that's for sure. Because our Praters is still out there on Highway 55.
Yes,
I've seen it.
Get bigger, get bigger and better as well.
That's me getting bigger and better. So yeah, I think that it's been nice. And again too, I think we talked to Josh Peterson. I think we're going to do a little home and home with him next week to continue to promote this. And he's he might be enemy number one for a little while.
For a little while,
but I think but I think everybody's understood that it's become morphed into something very good for both communities. And again, too, it supports the McMinnville Special Games. If you've never been over there to the McMinnville Special Games, you should go check that out. They should be playing. I think they're actually playing a scrimmage. Was it next Saturday?
I think
they're playing a scrimmage, and then I think they got their schedule that kicks off in February too. And if you want to donate to this cause, you could also contact Holly McBride as well as Chris Cope, and they'll get you written down.
Yes, all the money goes straight to McMinnville Special Games. There's again, we do have people that are doing both charities, and Dream for We Foundation is an excellent organization as well. They provide scholarships for student athletes in Coffee County that might not be able to afford uniforms or whatever it costs to play sports, because sports is still expensive. And they award scholarships to players, athletes, and through all. So
they do a great job over there in Coffee County, as well as what the Special Games does for our community. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more with Chris Cope, and I'll look up that schedule and make sure that I'll let you know exactly when you can go check out the McMinnville Special Games during the break. Again, too, we want to thank Douglas Lanier, 474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road, for their sponsorship of the Simmons Says Show. We'll be right back.
Talk Radio WBMC News is next.
Every farming operation has a story with a past, present, and future. Farm Credit Mid-America wants to get to know your farm story because we're a lending cooperative owned by farmers. And that's why we offer a range of loans and services designed to help farmers grow and prosper. Because we know why no one knows a farmer like a farmer does. Learn more about Farm Credit Mid-America and some of our farmer stories at fcma.com. Loan subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply. Farm Credit Mid-America is an equal opportunity lender.
In the Main Street Journal News, Warren County officials marked the retirement of a longtime public servant during Tuesday's County Commission meeting. Anita Nunley officially retired Friday, January 16th, ending a career that spanned more than 3 decades with Warren County government. Nunley began her service in 1990 and most recently served as Assistant Finance Director and Payroll Supervisor, a role that placed her at the center of the county's financial operations. Her career included 16 years in the Warren County Trustee's Office, additional time with the Board of Education, and a return to the Administrative Building in 2012 with the creation of the county's Finance Department. Over the years, she worked under multiple administrations and alongside countless county employees and residents. County leaders noted Nunley's reputation for accuracy, dependability, and deep institutional knowledge, describing her as someone who ensured critical work was completed correctly and consistently. Her departure marks the end of a significant chapter in county administration. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
Talk Radio WBMC weather is next.
Why don't you head over to Chicken Chef and enjoy a fresh made-to-order meal, or choose from the all-time favorite like the Chicken Nugget Dinner. Stop in for breakfast, order right off the menu with sausage, gravy, fresh homemade biscuits, or try their delicious tenderloin, egg, and cheese biscuit, just to name a few. Whatever your taste buds call for, you're sure to find it at Chicken Chef. They've been serving Warren and surrounding counties for over 40 years. Stop in today, Chicken Chef on the Strip in McMinnville. You can call your order in to go at 473-5020.
I'm Fox 17 Code Red meteorologist Greg Bobus. Our forecast is going to be a pretty nice day here on your Thursday. This is the calm ahead of the winter storm that's moving in for this upcoming weekend. You're waking up to a little morning fog in a few spots and temperatures in the 30s. We'll push for the mid to upper 40s later this afternoon, and it'll be partly cloudy. Tomorrow's when things begin to change. After sunset, a rain, sleet, snow mix moves in and continues on and off through Sunday.
right, welcome back to the Simmons Says Show. I am Jeff Simmons, your host, and I have Chris Cope with me, school board member, and just a great community leader in the in Warren County. As promised, I went and looked up the McMinnville Special Games schedule for 2026. They will kick off February the 7th. Well, actually, they're going to kick off January the 31st, which is next Saturday, with a scrimmage at Westwood Church of Christ. But then they will play their official schedule where they play at the Old Northside School, and they play at 10 a.m. on Saturday. February the 7th against the Sheriff's Department. February 14th against McMinnville Fire Department. Going to play the Grundy County High School teams on the February the 21st. The Interact Club from the high school on the 28th. Members of the school board better be suiting up. Better be ready. Wow. Might not be playing Church League, but you're going to be playing in this one. March the 7th, and then March 14th, they will wrap it up with McMinnville Fire Department. They also have a scrimmage set against Silent Creed on March the 5th. All those it is free admission over there on Yeager Road, but donations are welcome. And, of course, if you've never been, I would highly
absolutely you should go.
Recommend for you to go and check out some of the basketball games against the McMinnville Special Games. You said you've played before. I've played and coached in it before.
It will be the best thing that's ever happened to you. It'll make your Saturday, I promise you.
Yep.
And your week and everything. Just to see the camaraderie, to see the players, to see the excitement. And as we've talked about off air, the trash talking, actually, it's like
I've never been trash talking a game worse than when I went over there and played. The first time I played, I was on a Sports Authority / Mud Bums team, but with my brother, me and him kind of put a team together and went over there and played. And the first time I missed a shot, man, I was getting razzed.
That's brutal. It's a lot of fun, and I urge everyone that has an opportunity to go out and see these and support them.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're giving you all kinds of ways to support this group.
Yeah.
They do a lot of great things for the community.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been a lot of fun. And again, too, you can go support that. And shout out to all the teams that are going to go over there. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get beat. You're not going to win. That is a juggernaut squad out there with the special games. And I know that they'll have their lineups. I'm hoping they'll have some mainstays that have been there for a while out there. You always got to see the roster. I got to see the roster and who they got cooking up. It's kind of like going. It's like that. They're like our local Globetrotters, man. They're just not going to.
They really are. And again, you're going to come back and you're going to look at those referees, and you're going like, man, those were hometown referees. We didn't get any calls our way, We talked about it.
I got teed up. I got teed up coaching over there the last time.
Lloyd Weiss will tee you up in a heartbeat, I promise you.
I was going to say, after that one, I was like, I'm going to have to control myself on the sidelines. I can't get teed up ever again. I don't know if I have since then. I'd have to go back and look. The girls would probably be able to tell me whether or not. Yeah, that was the one where we got off to a hot start when I was coaching. We hit like 3 threes in a row, and then all of a sudden I looked down and we had like 4 points. And I'm like, well, hey, I think those were threes, right? I don't know. I didn't see it. I was like, oh, okay, all right, okay, we'll see. Hey, it's always a great time. Again, too, one of the reasons why we were talking about the McMinnville Special Games is because of the border battle. Beyond the fundraising, the community involvement of this, what do you think about this rivalry?
I just think it's fun. I remember 2 years ago and it's always been a heated rivalry with Coffee County. Nobody can deny that. But 2 years ago when we first started this border battle, I can remember being in the gym, getting there like an hour before game time, and it was already half full.
Yeah.
And I remember telling my daughter, hey, you need to come on over here if you're coming. They get there at halftime of the girls' game, and it's already sold out. We're at max capacity. Where anybody else comes in, I didn't care if you had season tickets or whatever, you couldn't get in. We were over code for fire marshal for
they were at one out, one in. It's like, hey, you can't come in until somebody says they're leaving.
And the people from Coffee County are like, well, my son's playing. Sorry,
You're going to have to call some of the parents from the girls' team and say, hey, will you leave so I can go in?
And just the excitement. And like I said, if you watched the game over there last week with the Coffee County games, I mean, the boys' game was close.
Yep.
We really don't want to play them in the 30s, but, hey.
No, especially not for this fundraiser.
Not for this game.
Yeah, not for this one. But, hey, to get in the win, of course, like you said, and even the girls' game was a very competitive game.
I remember that very first game, and I talked to, at that time, Coach Stotts and some of the players before the game and just was telling them, like, this is so much more than just a game. Mm-hmm. There's a whole lot more riding on this, than just winning and losing a ball game. This is more about life. And I think that kind of set a tone for this rivalry. And it's, there's so much more than what happens just out there on that court. for those few minutes.
There's so much intertwined ties into Coffee County, Warren County, and of course, I mean, I think it's one of the reasons why I've always said that people ask which one's our biggest rival, and I mean, it flows between. It used to be Cookeville, and it used to, I think there's always some. I would say there's no love lost between like Warren County and DeKalb County as well, but I think the reason why Coffee County comes up to me as the biggest rival is because we literally play them in every sport.
Every time, yeah.
Except for football right now. But I would say that'll probably even get rectified in the next couple of years. I was like, we play them in basketball, we play them in usually in football, we play them in soccer, volleyball. We play them in everything, and it's almost always very competitive. So I think that it just carries over, and it spurs on trash talk.
Yes.
It spurs on.
That is part of the game. That's the fun part of the game, I think.
It can be very fun, and I think when it's done with a modicum of taste.
Yes.
And it's going there. Because I always tell people this too. I'm like, if you think that was because when there are some people that got genuinely outraged by what Josh said on the broadcast. I was like, dude, if you think that's bad, I was like, you probably don't hear what the kids are saying.
Right. and it's been happening for years. I mean, I've been out of high school for 30 years, and we were trash talking our former rivals, or like you said, Cookeville was always the team you didn't want to lose to. So
I mean,
it's nothing new.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I remember getting off the bus in Lebanon when I was a freshman playing basketball for the Pioneers, and they're big cheeseburgers here. Like, oh no! I was like, they looked around and they're talking about me.
Rather than not following the Barstool contract.
Oh man, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine what the Barstool would have been like back in there. The Barstools are. It's wild. I mean,
it's Wild West.
Yeah. How do you separate that from like a school board member, fan, and dad? Like in those three scenarios there, because as a school board member, you're sitting. You have to kind of cringe. You're like, oh.
Well, again, and I'll go to this. I mean, dad is first. You got to set that example for the kids, and not just mine, but kids in those seats. Kids, not even students now, but former students. They know me, and I want to show them that you got to be respectable. And so that's where we gotta be. It's just as human beings, we just gotta be good people. Mm-hmm. We can joke and we can joust around, and that's fine. But let's keep it clean and let's keep it respectable, because ultimately we want our kids and our students to look at us and say, "Hey, I want to be like that when I grow up. I want to be a leader. I want to be a community leader. I want to be over a nonprofit organization, or I want to be a county commissioner or a school board member that makes these decisions for other kids." So
I think setting a good example is always the best way to go about it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to have a long segment coming out at the end, because if I have a school board member here, I might as well ask them a few questions about what's going on, and maybe what about some projects that could be in place going forward here. So why would we not? Well, I have Chris Cove here. I'll be back. We'll be right back on the Simmons Says Show.
Ready for a new journey? Durham School Services is hiring school bus drivers in McMinnville. Stop by 126 Middle School Drive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. for on-the-spot interviews. Bring a friend. Enjoy flexible hours and competitive pay starting at $16 an hour. Want more info? Text JOBS to 63552. That's JOBS to 63552. It's all about the journey, theirs and yours.
Big mass or small, Capital Waste Services has you covered. From construction sites, industrial work, to renovation cleanouts, they accommodate every need with roll-off dumpsters in 10, 20, 30, and 40 cubic yard sizes. Ready for all your dirty dumpster needs. Fast delivery, reliable pickup, and local faces you trust. When it's time to clean up, think green and think local. Capital Waste Services. Local faces, greener places. Sign up at capitalwaste.com or call 668-3442 for services today.
At Pioneer Building Supply, We're your one-stop shop for lumber, tools, and building supplies. Whether you're tackling a major renovation or just need a few materials for a small project, we've got you covered. From framing to finishing touches, we have the products and expertise to help you get the job done right. Stop by and see us today at 231 Northgate Drive, Suite 250, McMinnville, or give us a call at 931-473-7777. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is always ready to help you with whatever you need for your next project. For 50 years, Pioneer Building Supply has been the trusted name in construction materials. We've built our reputation on quality, service, and the commitment to your success. Pioneer Building Supply, building your dreams since 1975.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Pioneer Building Supply, where good business makes good friends.
Pioneer Building Supply.
It's time for some more great weekly specials from our friends at Warehouse Discount Groceries. Now listen to these. 3-pound Ore-Ida crispy tater tots or crinkle fries, $5. Family pack chicken drumsticks, 89 cents a pound. Freshland large eggs, 99 cents a dozen. And Pit Boss hardwood pellets, $5 for a 20-pound bag. All these great deals and more, plus their full-service deli from Warehouse Discount Groceries, 835 Smithville Highway on the Strip.
Here in Warren County, no one should have to wonder where their next meal is coming from. That's why the Warren County Emergency Food Bank is here, serving local families, seniors, and children when they need it most. But they can't do it alone. If you're able, consider donating food, making a financial gift, or giving your time as a volunteer. And if you or someone you know needs help, the food bank is here with open doors and open hearts. The Warren County Emergency Food Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors every day.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. A woman done left, took all the reason.
Connor leaving us?
He may be, or I don't know. Maybe he thinks I am or something. I don't know. Hey, this is the Simmons Says Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. We have Chris Cope, school board member, community leader, and just all-around good guy here, and business owner. Multiple business owner, Hot Corner Cards, and Chris Springs Fireworks. How's everything going out there, man?
Good.
What's the newest projects? I know y'all just had the card show for Hot Corner Cards.
Well, we're keeping those rolling. We won't have one for February, but there will be one in March. Yep. So we'll get one planned every month this year except March and July, I think.
Okay. And then for the fireworks, what's the big thing now?
I've already started doing some ordering. Just talked to City of McMinnville about doing. Okay. Already got Morrison locked in to do their fireworks show this year, so you don't realize this stuff is almost year-round, too.
I was going to say, yeah, you're doing that, and then, of course, too, I'm sure there's some, hey, Valentine's Day's coming up. Somebody's going to need some
There's all kinds of things, yeah. So we
engagements.
Always something going on.
Do y'all do y'all have the extra stuff that you can get in for I don't know, like gender reveals?
I keep a lot of gender reveals. Sell a lot of wedding sparklers. Yeah, I do a ton of those especially in the fall and stuff. So gender reveal stuff during the year.
Yeah. So when you're thinking man, where would I ever get that? Go ahead and see Chris, man.
Do confetti cannons, for ball games and stuff. Yeah,
any kind of confetti. Yeah, in fact, we might need confetti cannons for the border battle next Friday.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Miss Connie may say no.
She did not like that at all. Don't tell her I said that.
Chris did not say that. I said that. Yeah. Jeff Simmons said that. I won't be there, so I might. So she might go out there. I haven't looked at our schedule. And see where it conflicts. All right, well, hey, before we went to break, said that we teased a little bit that we have a school board member here, so I might as well ask about some of the projects that are coming up or have been batted around. About 2 weeks ago, I think y'all had a workshop, and everybody kind of gets the buzzwords. Oh, yeah. Stadium a buzzword that'll get everybody fired up. But one thing that y'all have been working on since July, when I think there was a capital projects fund above $10 million moved over, is the cafeteria. Where are we at with the cafeteria in the school system?
That probably, those conversations was taking place way before then, probably in March or April, as we're starting to do budgets. Our budget has to be in by June and to get signed off by the county commission. So the appropriation of the $10 million set aside was passed. We kind of had a list of where we would like to go with the projects, cafeteria expansion being top priority. That is, again, like everything else, when you're working for the government, it's a slow process. Yeah. It is in the works. The architects, the pictures, and I think they showed them already, got those out, what it's going to look like, double the size. It's going to look great. Yep. But again, when you start talking about architects and you're talking about bidding processes and you start talking about subcontractors and you got all these things, it's.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: it is happening. It is in place. It will take place. Hopefully, in the next early spring, we can start seeing dirt work move.
Yeah.
Let's hope that.
Yeah.
And then maybe by the summer we'll have the majority of the work done when the kids are out of school.
It's interesting to me. Me and you were talking about this during the break. Is again, you're a school board member and you're going to go to meetings and you have the ability to set policy in those meetings. But when those meetings aren't going on, you're just the average Joe or the average Jeff, and you're just, I mean, like, we're all can be frustrated by slow moving processes.
Right, yes.
So when people are coming to you and like, why hadn't you already built that cafeteria? You're like, look, I understand your frustration.
It's been voted on. It's been passed. The list is there.
Yeah.
We're going through the processes. And like you said, yes, when we adjourn our meetings, like we have a meeting tonight, when we adjourn that meeting, we're just normal citizens. We have no more rights, or we don't have the keys to the castle, as so to speak, as normal citizens.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about, like, if we went out to the high school round, you have just as much. You know, I don't have any more authority to go into there.
They're going to put visitor pass on me, and they're not going to be like, "Oh, well, Chris, you just
right."
go right on
No,
in.
I mean, if we're invited to speak, or if it's open to the public, awards day, grandparents' day, then you know we're invited to come. But as far as just rolling up and hey, starting right, you know,
it's like, oh, I'm just going to walk around the halls. Like,
right.
No,
That's
you're
really
not.
not part of our. We're as you say it, as we're taught when we do our orientations, new member orientations. We're more of a governing body.
Mm-hmm.
We're not a managing body. We're a governing body. We set policy. We make sure our visions are lined out with policy, and then we govern. And then Dr. Swallows is the manager. He's the one that sets over the facilities, over new project, all these things. And one of the things in our paperwork, it says, like, imagine a fighter pilot. We're kind of just like the navigators. We'll set the course, we'll set the maps, but he's the pilot. He's the one that controls it. And then if we don't think he's doing his job, then that's our employee.
That's y'all's.
That's our employee.
So you're
employee.
Goose.
Yeah,
You're
pretty
Goose.
much, yeah.
He's Maverick.
Yes, exactly. We'll put it that way. Yeah.
Oh, that'll get. Hey, if y'all start calling him Maverick in meetings,
he would probably love that.
He might. I don't know. He might. He
may not like it. I don't know.
I might get a text here, man. But don't start calling him Maverick. I'm gonna change his phone number. I'm gonna change his phone number. My phone to Maverick.
Maverick.
No. Again, too. As we talked about that workshop, things that start getting batted around, and then I always call it the whatabouts, because you start talking about you're going to build that you've set in place the cafeteria.
Right.
And then there'll be a talk about whether or not we need a track, and then the whatabouts start.
Right.
How do you how is it that you handle both in meetings or even in workshops about all those whatabouts? Because we've heard them. What about a softball field for the middle school? What about improving the baseball fields facility at the middle school? The West Elementary gym. I know that I'm blanking on a few more. We need a track, tennis courts, stadium. All these things. Like, how do you handle when the whatabouts become almost overwhelming to the point where you're like, we want to do something. Yeah. We can't do everything.
Well, here's the thing. If we could go to every school, we can make a list of 20 pages of things that they would like to have, wants, needs in every school. Yep. I mean, our newest school was built in 2009. So we're looking at our newest building is 17 years old.
Wow.
So, and then we have one that's 19 years old, 18, 19. Morrison's the newest. Centertown was built 2 years before that. So Other than that, now we're sitting on 40 and 50-year-old buildings around. So we all know. Yeah. I'm almost 50. I know I've got a lot of maintenance that I'm required to take care of this. So and things don't work like they did when it was 30 years ago. So again, we understand people's concerns, and as a board member, I try to. We get emails, we get calls, whatever, and try to just, explain the best we can. Mm-hmm. There's a process, and it's not like we're ignoring it. We're just, there's things we can and cannot do, all the time.
It's very, to me, it sometimes becomes overwhelming, and then I always talk about the idea of that I don't want it to get to the point where we get either analysis paralysis, where we're trying to analyze so many things and try to weigh those that we don't ever get to one set project. where you're like, well, we're trying to do. But the one thing that I really always worry about when it comes to Warren County is when you're trying to push a faction of this is what I want this done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here at school A and we need this more than school B needs that. And then if you get like 6 of those going together and they're like, we have to get it. And then all of a sudden, if you were like, I'm not going to support if y'all want to go try to do the other thing for somebody else. Cause I'm like, hey, if you have 6 very evenly supported projects, and you can only do one, then if 5 of the 6 don't want to support that, that's 83%. It's been a while since I've done math, but yeah. I was like, if you can't get some kind of support on that, and let's just be honest, the budget's not infinite.
No, it would be nice if and that's the issue. If money was unlimited, hey, I'd build a brand new school everywhere. If that was the only issue, but
and teachers would be, they'd be running, they'd be driving around in Bugattis, and
we pay them, $200,000 a year minimum, but we have to work within the budget. That's part of the process. That's as school board members. That's what we talked about policy. That's the one thing we can do. We set policy and we set the budget.
Yep.
So outside of that, there's a few other little things that we're in control of, but other than that, we don't really get in the weeds with all the other stuff.
Well, of course,
and that's the good thing about the workshops. We can kind of. Exactly. I think how I approach it, I will email my principals. Each of us usually are around 2 schools. Say, hey, if you got things that you want to bring up, talk about. Whether it's a lighting situation, whether it's a speaker situation, whatever it is, and then we'll put it out there and just discuss it, and then,
Yep. And as you're elected to do, you represent.
You're gonna represent, yeah.
When there's 6 people in the room, how is it when there's maybe 6 different people pushing for 6 different things? How do y'all resolve what's going on, or is that typically something that
I don't think we've ever had a situation where everybody's opposite,
I'm not doing yours.
Right. I think it's, for the most, and I've been on there going on 4 years now. And, for the most part, we're pretty agreeable with everything. There's going to be issues that we're not going to agree on. That's going to happen with anybody.
Yeah.
You and I are not going to agree on everything, but we're all civil with like, all right, I understand your point. I can't, get behind that or whatever it is. So.
Yeah, that was the thing to me. I went to a couple of those workshops, and then really, honestly, I would encourage people like, hey, go over there and listen, because it's a candid talk about where we're at, what we're looking for. There's always usually a pretty big outline of here are the discussions. And I think sometimes too, people might equate a discussion to a plan.
Right, and the workshops we do 4 a year, and those are non-voting. We can't vote. Yep. We do have an agenda, and we can't get off that agenda.
Yep.
So and it's the agenda is open for us that we can put. If I wanted to put 20 things on the agenda, I could.
Yep.
So there are some agendas long that have 18, 15, or 18, 20 subjects on there that we just go through the list and let everybody explain what they want.
Yeah, and just because one of those agenda items says stadium ? Doesn't mean stadium ! Happening.
We're voting on it.
But I don't know. What are as we get here, what are the thought processes around a stadium in Warren County?
The thing is, we've really not discussed in detail a stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And not saying that it's not a subject. That's one of those topics.
Yeah.
When it gets out there, everybody's all So personally, I would love to see a brand new stadium at Warren County High School.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that. I think it's well deserved. I would, be supporting that idea.
Yeah.
How we get there, that's going to be the questioning. We could look at the school board and we could say we got 6-0 vote that we're going to push for a new stadium.
Yeah.
We don't have the money.
Exactly.
Okay. No, everybody said we've took $10 million out of our budget for these capital projects.
Yep.
So that still leaves us with some, but you're not going to be able to build a stadium $3 or $4 million.
Well, the one that it always circles back to me is when you hear the price tag of a stadium. I always stress this: you could build a $8 million stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you leave Nunley Stadium to go play in a stadium that's? If you're going to if we feel like we have to upgrade from Nunley, because there's a lot of people here that will still say we love Nunley, we shouldn't leave Nunley.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be people that will say that until we're all gone here.
Right.
We should always have played at Nunley. If there's a new stadium, I always say this: it can't just be a a small, like, oh, well, we just did 500 seats just so we could have one out here. It's like, no, it's going to have to be an upgrade. It's going to have to be something that 50 years from now, it's the stadium,
that everybody talks about.
That everybody talks about. So, yeah, you can't, and like you said, that's not built for $5 million. It's probably talking about $25 million.
No different than if we make a suggestion or we could put together an idea of building a new school.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to build a school anywhere that's for $30, $40 million less than that.
Yeah, and if you are, you're just going to be like, yeah, cool. So
it's going to be some 4 walls up somewhere.
It's going to be 4 walls, and we're going to have to do this again in 5 more years. We're going to have to build another $30 million one, another $30 million one, or we could have just said we're going to build a state-of-the-art $100 million one that's going to last.
And ultimately, how you pay for that is through taxpayers. Yep. We can't just budget in our budget a $30 or $40 or $50 million school or a $25 million stadium. We just can't say, all right, we're going to vote for that, and because it's got to be funded, and that takes bonds. And the county commission would have to come back and say, we were okay with issuing you a bond for this, and you know how that works. And then they've got to go to the citizens and say, okay, now how are we going to pay for this?
Yep. And,
you know, the wheel tax is always a hot topic, but you know it brings in, I think, roughly about $1.2 million a year, somewhere in that.
The number that I've seen.
And it's all been dedicated to the school system, and everybody's like, where did that money? We're still paying on some projects, but again, $1.2 million to you and I is life changing.
Mm-hmm.
To a government, to the Warren County government, or to a school system budget. It's a drop in the bucket, really, because you're not going to get a whole lot out of $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I remember correctly, back in July, the county commission set the budget. I think it was like $147 million or something like that.
And over half of that is school board.
Yeah, I was going to say 89. I think an $89 million of that was the school. So yeah, I mean, I know $1 million. You're not sneezing at $1 million.
No, we're not.
But also saying that, like, hey, that's not going to it's not going to get the 7 projects that we've talked about on here. Well, Chris, we have run out of time, but thanks so much for coming on. Again, too, if you want to reach out to Chris Cope, how would they be able to
you can message me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, or copec@warrenschools.com is my email address. You can just send me an email if you want to jump on the border battle. Again, I think we got about 30 people on there right now. We need to get that up. Last year, I think we had 125. The year before that, we had 180. So we're a little bit below, but we got time.
We got
time.
Get
on the list.
All right, folks. So contact Chris. Get on that list. Make sure that we're supporting our pioneers, our lady pioneers, and if you're Raiders or Lady Raiders, it doesn't matter. Supporting the Dream for Weave and the McMinnville Special Games. We'll be back on the Simmons Says Show tomorrow at 9 a.m. WBMC 97.7.
Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I get some bad night. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so.
WBMC and translator W249DQ McMinnville. WBMC.
And the sound of the waves. It could be you. Sweethearts on the Beach, only from Main Street Media.
WBMC McMinnville, 960 AM and 97.7 FM. WBMC.
Business owners, it's a new year, your business is changing, and we want to help. This is Chris Centracchio with the Ben Lomond Connect Managed IT team. We offer custom Wi-Fi and network solutions, asset and inventory tracking, real-time monitoring and alerts, cloud-based security, disaster recovery, online cloud backup, and much more. Schedule a free consultation and let our Ben Lomond Connect Managed IT team develop a custom plan just for you. For more information, call your local Ben Lomond Connect office or go online to benlomondconnect.com and type in the keyword managed.
This is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison. We believe car buying should be simple. No gimmicks, no pressure. Just the largest selection of new Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs at the best prices. Our team puts you first, making sure your experience is easy, fast, and stress-free. Come see why more drivers are choosing Reddick Brown Ford. Because when the customer comes first, everything else falls into place. Visit us today or check us out online, reddickbrownford.com, where car buying is simple.
Ever smell rotten eggs, hear a strange hiss, or notice dead plants by a gas line? That could mean a natural gas leak. Play it safe. Leave the area and call Middle Tennessee Natural Gas right away at 1-833-GET-MTNG.
Make the places you care about more comfortable and energy efficient with TVA Energy Right. It all starts at EnergyRight.com, where you can find everything you need to lower your energy usage for your home or your business. Contact Caney Fork Electric Energy Advisors at 931-473-3116 or go to EnergyRight.com to start living and working more energy efficiently. Caney Fork Electric along with EnergyRight.com for all your energy needs. Brought to you by Caney Fork Electric Cooperative and TVA.
At Pioneer Building Supply, we're your one-stop shop for lumber, tools, and building supplies. Whether you're tackling a major renovation or just need a few materials for a small project, we've got you covered. From framing to finishing touches, we have the products and expertise to help you get the job done right. Stop by and see us today at 231 Northgate Drive, Suite 250, McMinnville, or give us a call at 931-473-7777. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is always ready to help you with whatever you need for your next project. For 50 years, Pioneer Building Supply has been the trusted name in construction materials. We've built our reputation on quality, service, and the commitment to your success. Pioneer Building Supply, building your dreams since 1975.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Pioneer Building Supply, where good business make good friends.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Don't stop. Keep dancing. Move to the beat. Dance all night.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Warren County Sports Authority here on WBNC 97.7 FM. Anytime that I show up to the studio and Sullins has notes,
there's notes
in his hands, I know it's going to be a long day for somebody. It might be a long day for me. I don't know. I am Jeff Simmons, your host of the Warren County Sports Authority. I am also with Coach Chris Sullins, also a host of the Warren County Sports Authority. And we will have Trev here in OT. And I want to let everybody know that this is on 97.7 FM. We're also on AM 960. You can follow us on YouTube at Main Street Media McMinnville, and you can follow us on Radio WBMC's Facebook page, where I hope everybody will get into the Ben Lomond Connect message board. Because I think we're going to have a topic that's going to fire some people up.
Oh, it's going to fire some people up.
Well, it fired people up last week.
Yes, and it's going to definitely fire some people up.
Granted, they could be at church right now.
No, they don't start till 7. About 7 now. About 7. I was actually told that today. Hey, I listened to you. You know, y'all go over 7. I've got to get out of the car. You know what I mean?
Well, I will say this much. We should get this out of the way very early, that the Warren County Sports Authority thoughts and opinions expressed on the Warren County Sports Authority are those of myself, Coach Sullins, Trev, and do not reflect WBMC Radio at 97.7 FM, Main Street Media, any of our ownership, or any of the sponsors of our shows. Though, that being said, we're loud. We're proud. We're here to draw a crowd.
I think the crowd's coming.
The 2026, our 2026 slogan, thank you for that one, Rob Nunley. And I also let you know that Prater's Barbecue is the sponsor of that disclaimer.
Yes.
And did you get any Prater's Barbecue today?
You know what? I actually did.
You got ready to
I actually did. The mother figure said that she was going to get some food for her and my father tonight early. Yeah. And she asked if I wanted something, and I gave her an order. And yes, I had Prater's today. I'm a big wings guy, smoked wings. Woo. Yeah. But as soon as I said smoked wings, I was thinking, let's see if Trev got any pork loin. Because if there was pork loin left, I was just going to say we want it all. We want to feed everybody.
Bring everybody to that one. Yeah. Hey, listen, Prater's Barbecue, we love them out there on the ride on Morrison Highway, or Manchester Highway, or Morrison Highway. Hey, Highway 55.
55.
And hey.
It's the best thing between the two places.
Apparently, one of the best things that's ever come off Highway 55 is Prater's Barbecue. So go out there and get you some food.
Hey, here's what's funny about Prater's. Let's think about it. Yeah. Prater's had a place in Manchester. Yeah. And we found out who they like better.
They like McMinnville.
They instead say Warren County. Warren County over Coffee County.
They said no granddad, boys.
No.
We're staying
turn that over to another coach down there, right?
Love it. Yeah, I think they've even turned it over.
Yeah, I believe that. I was told that too. Yeah, I was told they took it.
All right. Well, hey, listen, talking about all the things that we were going to do, and we were also talking about the Highway 55 thing.
Yes.
And all that drama that might have got stirred up by that. But let's jump right into the last week rewind, which is sponsored by Hot Corner Cards, who wants to let you know that you can get ready for one of the biggest nights in local sports, the Border Battle 2026. It's the Warren County Pioneers taking on Coffee County. This rivalry means more than just bragging rights. Fans and businesses are invited to sign up for the Point Pledge. Pledge just $1 per point, and every dollar raised goes directly to support McMinnville special games on the Warren County side. You can cheer loud, give back, and help make a real difference in the community. To learn more or to sign up, email copec@warrenschools.com or reach out to Holly McBride or Chris Cope on Facebook. Border Battle 2026, where points matter on the scoreboard and the community. Chris Cope, owner of Hot Corner Cards and Chris Springs Fireworks, had kind of spearheaded that thing over the last couple of years, and I think it's raised five figures. I think the last 5 figures for
$50,000 between them both. Or something like
yeah.
that.
The Dream for William Foundation on Coffee County and the, as we said, the McMinnville Special Games. Last week, Rewind stirred up. Well, what's before you got all your notes?
Yeah, I got some notes,
and we're going to get to that topic.
We're going to get to that,
but I want to get back to one thing that we talked about and kind of put a pin in this one and finally get past where we were at. 2 weeks ago, we talked a little bit about the stadium. And last week, we brought up a little bit about the wheel tax and said, hey, would you pay that? And we had comments. So I'm just going to get to the comment section because we love our listeners and our audience. And they said when it came to our theory, which was, hey, would you pay the wheel tax if it supported a stadium? And I think that a lot of people had differing opinions, but I think they kind of agreed with you. What's the plan, Stephen Potter? I don't care to pay the wheel tax. However, I'm 100% against building a new football stadium. Those dollars could do much better things. Bill Martin, if we're spending tens of millions of dollars, let's spend it on something that improves educational outcomes for all students. Goes on and says football is fun, but we need more critical needs ahead of its time. We pay the wheel tax on many vehicles for our business and personnel. It adds up to a lot of money. Cody Campbell says there's no clear, detailed plan for the wheel tax for the time period post paying off the high school. When the tax was being used for various other projects, the wheel tax isn't going away, so what's it used for is honestly irrelevant. The tax will be collected and used regardless. If it isn't, as if someone can opt out of the wheel tax. And he also goes on to say Neyland Stadium is iconic, and an idea to build an entire new stadium with the wheel tax funding is being floated. Just think of how a fraction of that money could be spent to upgrade the existing stadium. Again, too, Chelsea Knowles also says, I think this is basically what I've been trying to summarize. It's not just one singular sport. The basic necessities mentioned are very much overlooked. Warren County excels in more areas than just sports, so things other than sports, they deserve the ability to excel as well. Again, too, they should have put it on the site when the building was built. Was somewhat when somebody said, Eric Durham said that he had already spoken to some school board members and county commissioners about this. Scott Murphy says, I'm for a new stadium, but also for updating former Pioneer football player and parent of children in various schools and sports. I think we're overemphasizing one sport while many others are excelling. Joe Montgomery said, wheel tax will be the fairest tax across the board, but the wheel tax never goes away. Accountability. Let me brief on that one. I read a lot of that, and I just say, I think everybody wants to know, what's the plan?
Yeah.
Where's it going?
Yeah, where's it going?
Got to know.
And then I still think that you're still going to have, when you're listening to that, there's a lot of people that in their opinion, and hey, and everybody's got an opinion. If you got an opinion, you got to go out and, if you got the ability to vote when this comes up, please do that. There's many people that think that when it comes to the education system as a whole, that money could go to better places than just an athletic field.
Yep.
I will agree with Chelsea in this aspect. Chelsea knows. I think that we're just not talking about a stadium. We're talking about putting more than just a football field, track, tennis court, because you got a lot more athletes that are going to be using this than just a group of football players.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we've talked about
we've seen it floated that this might be the chance where the soccer teams, both in the fall and the spring for the girls and the boys, might have some locker rooms attached to something like this. Get a new playing surface. Now, that being said, you will hear some soccer players that say, hey, if they're going to do this into turf, we're out. We don't like
won't
a
stay
turf
grass.
field.
Yep.
So I think there's a lot of different things. I think the biggest thing is people want to know what's the plan. But when they ask that, you know what they're really asking? What's the price tag?
Yeah, I need a price, man.
Give me a price tag. Let me know what I'm paying.
Yeah. Hey, when they walk in that high luxury store and they look at that real nice coat or shirt or something, That's real shiny, but the first thing they're looking at is the price tag. Hey, do I need to be looking at this? You know?
Yeah, and again, too, Ben Lomond Connect message board, Michael Dodgen says the guys are rolling already.
Oh, he's going to have fate Dodgen. Stick around, son.
And Matt Cotton says, hey, just start bashing Issue again, and maybe they'll put up some more money for this. They'll put some more hush money up for the stadium.
Right there might
it
be
worked last time.
That might be a leader for the Ben Lomond Mud Bums gift card right there.
Cotton coming in hot early. Yeah, hey, stick around too, because I'm sure there's going to be some more things that both those guys are going to want to cut time into. Keith Zahn says, what happens to the money school systems we're supposed to get from the lottery? I mean, I'm sure that's a part of how they've built up this this little small mini war chest that they have, and they're looking to try to spend it. And they're looking for ways to spend it. And I think that the more that we've said that we said this 2 weeks ago when Grant was here, Dr. Swallows,
Dr. Swallows
was here. I think that there's no set idea of where they're going to go with this. I think that they're listening to what people want or what people are asking for, and they're going to try to figure out budgetarily what they can make happen.
I would agree with that.
And I don't think that there's anything. The only thing that we feel like they're set in stone right now is the fact they're going to finish that cafeteria at the high school.
No doubt.
And when they find out the sticker on that, they'll move forward on the next thing.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you and I have both said that we think the next things that are going to be considered are probably going to be track and West Elementary School.
Yes.
That's just that's gut feeling. Yeah. Don't have any insight on it. All right. Well, over the last week, because we are doing the last week rewind, again, brought to you by Hot Corner Cars and Chris Springs Fireworks, Chris Cope, who will be the guest on the Simmons show tomorrow.
I liked hearing that. Chris Cope's he's pretty good guest.
Yeah, so we'll get to be able to talk a little bit more about that border battle as well with him tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be brought up before the show's over as well. One thing that sparked a little bit of debate.
A little interest.
Over the weekend. In fact, we were looking over numbers, and I was like, man, I was like, people are reading my stories this week? What happened?
Yeah.
Well, it's because I wrote
business picked up there a little bit.
Yeah. I wrote a column on Friday, and then ended up writing a follow-up story because the column, and it was about the fact that the county basketball tournament, 3-Point Club basketball tournament, postseason tournament, 6th through 8th grade, featuring Boyd, Centertown, Dibble, Eastside, Urban College, and Morrison, put out its schedule Friday morning.
Yes.
And on that schedule, quarterfinals were set for Saturday at Charlie Dalton Gym.
Yes.
And the finals were set for this upcoming Saturday, which who knows what's going to go on with there because they're throwing that 4-letter word out that you hate a little bit.
Yes.